What it do, baby boo? Hi, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy, Mal Royal. Duh. Yes. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen my face before, as I said before, my name is Mal. Hi. Here we like to talk about skincare, beauty, all that good stuff, as well as pop culture and things in the media. Having conversations. If you're new here, by all means, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button. And also, don't forget to hit that bell notification button. Bing. So you know when I hit you up to let you know when I post new videos. Okay, cool. Now, as you can see, I'm looking very festive. Why? Because, bitch, it's Pride Month. And I feel like we have to celebrate that. My gay ass needs to celebrate that. So, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay? So, today we're going to have some good conversation about, basically representation and being your ultimate self, like living in your truth as a LGBTQ plus member. If you're part of the alphabet gang, the A, B, C, D, L, B, G, all them the letters. Well, I know after you've come out, you declare who you are, and it's like, what do you do now? And we're going to basically be talking about how to live in your truth after that and being true to who you are. And basically just representation as you as an individual and understanding that. So pretty much that's going to be my opinion, my topic. So let's get right into it. Let's crack this wine bottle open and have a good conversation. Okay, let's get into it. So, today I'm drinking my wine, 19 Crimes. Look, I love this wine. It is the 19 Crimes 2020 red wine. Oh, that was a year. We're not gonna talk about it. I love me a good red child, a good red wine, let me tell you. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, that is a full grape. Delicious. All right. So, anywho to what's it, we're here today to talk about basically, living in your truth. So my thing is, you've come out as an individual that identifies with the LGBTIQA plus ABCDEFG membership. You filled out the application and you got your membership card. Okay, now what do you do? So, typically what I like to do, like I came out multiple times, it's about living your truth, right? Okay, so my thing is, how do you do that as just coming out, or maybe somebody that's been out but not fully out, but now you're trying to live in your truth and be who you are, right? Okay, so what I'd recommend, or something that maybe the tip that I can give the younger me that was coming out, was do your research. And when I say do your research, I mean, find shows, find TV shows, movies, blogs, podcasts. Nowadays, you can find influencers, things of that nature that, you can help guide you to who you identify with. And, just help you be fully who you are, because deep down inside you've determined what your sexuality is. Well, you've understood and came to being able to vocalize who your sexuality is. But now my thing is, how else do I continue to grow as an individual and on this journey of discovering who we are as an individual? How do you continue to grow? And my thing is, that's one thing I'd recommend, is just basically finding those things. Now, for me, even before I came out, I started watching things on, I would sneak and watch, the Logo channel. Shout out to the Logo channel. Kind of helped me identify who, to understand the culture, because sometimes, some of us are uncultured. And, I mean, granted, me growing up, it was a lackluster amount of Black queer people. And if there's only specific types for me. As being as a Black man, a Black queer man, we had the thug, the gay thug that was in the DL. We had the super flamboyant, fabulous queen that's super flaming, and sometimes we'd get like the super nerdy, uptight, just very stick up his butt gay. That's it. That's the only 3 guys that I had to identify growing up with. And for me, I feel like growing up that was like difficult. So my thing is I didn't like 100% fully like identify with just one of those types. Like, yeah, can I have moments from like, oh yeah, I'm tough, I'm homeboy, maybe, yeah. Yeah. And whether times where I'm like, I just feel fabulous and I just want to be, ooh, brows, face, honey, yes, serve it, ooh, yes. But my thing is, I was still trying to find out who, I was. But I wasn't just one of those things. And I feel like as queer people, we kind of get boxed in this section where it's just like, okay, check mark box to which gay you are, to make it easier, more digestible for people to, understand and try to accept us as who we are. And it's a lot of times the case is not that. So it's like you have to keep doing your research and finding out who you identify as, what parts you identify with this type of gay or whatever, or lesbian or whatever the case may be. So definitely that can definitely help, and I feel like help you live in your truth, and just help you find out overall who you are. Also, my thing is, hang out with seek out local gays or local queer people in your area. Sometimes just the camaraderie and the bonding of fellow queer people kind of help you to like be more comfortable, open to like even try to be who you want, try to be yourself, or be yourself, but feel free to do so you can help to learn yourself. And luckily for me, when I came out, not maybe even when I came out fully, but like at my high school, there were like a plenty of gay guys. So I was able to just, like bond with them, see that, I'm like, oh, girl, me too. I like to Vogue sometimes. Yeah, girl, me too. Like, it's like little things like that. You kind of find the community. You have to immerse yourself into the community to understand A, who you are, and B, find out more about what all this means. Because sometimes, the media can, present it in a certain light. And yeah, that's great that nowadays especially, we're getting more representation. But oh my god, chop! It tried to take me out. It was like karate chop. Oh yes. Lord, before that one tried to take me out, like I was saying, there's so many more types of queer people than just what you see on TV. And a lot of people feel like they need to identify with that. For a long time, I am more flamboyant than others. I look more masculine, but then when you talk to me, when I interact, when I, make gestures, it's very flamboyant. So for a long time, I personally got categorized as, the flamboyant one. Like, yes, I can be feminine. So then, when I got that and I came out and, I was just labeled as that, I continue to go with that. And majority of the time, yeah, it felt right, because my thing is, yeah, sassy, wah. Yeah, I can give you all of that. But I feel with that, there comes like, at times I didn't identify with that. Sometimes I want to be chill. Like, I wanted to be one of the bros, because I do have that as well. And I just feel like because, I was labeled as just that type of gay, then it was just like, okay, I guess I can't be one of the bros. When in all actuality, I could have been, or I am. So it's just, you have to show people who you are. That's pretty much it at the end of the day. And I mean everybody, even your family. Because for a lot of people, coming out, can be hard to their family, and it may be hard for them to accept it. And I feel like, with that, you honestly, if you have a family that is, open and accepts you as an individual of the LGBTQI plus member. We're going to say queer, because that is a very good umbrella term. So I'm going to use queer for this video, okay? If you are a queer member, it's up to you to, show who you are as an individual within that community. And, like I said, the media does portray us as a specific light of view, and maybe sometimes that may not be you. And you telling your family that you are, a queer person, they only see what the media, puts out. Because for a lot of families, or maybe not nowadays, maybe I do see a lot more people having queer family members, so it may be less, but even still, heteronormative have been pushed on family members for just on everybody for so long. That's what they know. So on the other side, we have the queer LGBTQIA world, where it's just like, there's so much more than just what you see on TV. And we, as people that have done our research, explored the community and understand that, live within the community and know that, have to be those people, those spokespeople to show the family, your family, who and what you stand for as an individual. And then also, who the community is. Because, for a lot of people, oh, I came out as gay, as a black man in a black family. Oh, God. That was really bad. And it was hard. And especially, I come from a very spiritual and religious background. Like, my grandma, super Christian. Boom. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Granny cool, love her to death. Yeah. Honestly, though, when I came out, I swore she was going to be the worst. That she's going to take it the worst. We had a conversation. I explained who I was as a person. We was cool after that. Boom. Love my grandma. But with that, yes, you have to show who you are. Show your family who you are as an individual. And it may take time. You had time from birth up until whenever you decide to announce and come out and profess who you are as an individual. You've had time to take that all in and accept that. Now it's you have to give your family the same amount of time to understand that and digest that and take you as who you are. Now that may take some time, or it just may happen overnight. More than likely, it's not going to happen overnight. But it's like one of those things where you have to give it time. I was talking to my boyfriend's mom, and she kind of explained this to me as well. Like, I know this, but she explained to me, well, it's like people have ideas for their children and they have images. So when you come, you've had time to understand who you are and profess that, and then you profess that. So your parents had an idea for you, who you are as a child. And of course, they never thought that. Some parents maybe, but majority of the parents, maybe not have, planned that in their conceived mind that when they had a child, my child is going to be a queer person. So, you have to give them time to take that in and understand you as well. And while doing that in the process, don't dim down your personality and what you are and who you are for nobody. And my thing is, your family may not like it at first, your family may not like it at all. But that doesn't mean you have to stop being who you are. So don't dim your shine for nobody else. The sun don't stop shining because you can't take it. No, he keeps beaming and keeps beaming. You put on your Ray-Bans, block it out. Okay? Put on the SPF, block it out. But the sun, he gonna keep shining. So keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I wish I could have told myself, my younger self, when I was, still coming into myself. And honestly, I'm 25 now, and I still feel like I'm coming to myself as far as it comes to just, being a queer black man in America. And, dealing with just not my family, but we're going to focus on my family for now, but as the world as well, but specifically my family. Like, I remember when I was like 18, 19, like I said, my family is very spiritual and religious. We used to have Bible study at the house with the family, like once a week. My grandma will have one family member pray for the other person. And before they do, is there anything, the person that's praying for you will ask, is there anything that you need prayers for specifically, before they go into their prayer and, pray for everything else. And there was this one time, my aunt had got me this one day. And just a little backstory real quick. Before that, well, not before that, but during that time, I was dating this guy. He was my first boyfriend. You know, my family had known about, you know, since me coming out, or know of any boyfriend I've ever had. And I just came out like maybe a year or two prior. So it was still very fresh, especially because I kept that away from my family. But anyway, like I said, I had a boyfriend, and, you know, they knew of him. They knew who he was. Cool, right? So that's just, you know, keep that in mind. So my aunt asked me, she's like, is there anything you need prayers for? And I'm like, you know, I begin to talk. I'm like, there's some things about myself that I really don't like. And I got emotional about it, and I just began to cry. Well, child, my auntie took that and said, say less, and just started to pray. And she just started to pray. Granted, before she got to praying, you know, I got emotional because I saw that I was very procrastinative. You know, I feel like I could have been just farther in life. Because I felt like I just moved back to California like a couple years, and I felt like I could have been so much further. Like, there's so much opportunity here, and I feel like I wasn't really grasping that potential. And because I felt like I was lazy, I was a procrastinator, and things like that, and I really just got emotional. Girl, I'm a Cancer, so anyway, I get emotional anyway. So, and those are things that really have been bothering me at that time. So I started to cry, and I couldn't get the words out because I was so overwhelmed about it. So my aunt took it to a whole different second and said, say less, I got you, I'm gonna pray for you. Started praying, talking about Jesus, Lord, you know, just basically almost, I don't say she was condemning, but she was like praying like, you know, Lord, this is not of you. Basically talking about my gayness and me having a boyfriend. You know, I basically praying for, you know, me and my boyfriend at the time to understand that it was not okay, and, you know, see each other as friends and not as lovers and things of that nature, and a lot of stuff like that. Like anything along that line, like just basically, it wasn't disrespectful, but I kind of took it disrespectful. Like, it wasn't like she didn't come out and call me names and stuff like that, but, you know, she's like, this is not of you, blah, 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 stuff like that. And for me, you know, I was already, mind you, okay, I was crying before she started praying. As she's praying, you know, she started praying for me all nicely and stuff, and then she started to get into that. And like I said, I was crying. So the moment she started to get into that, this tear dried up real quick, and I was like, that's not what I was asking for at all. And for me, it kind of took me aback, and I'm just like, did she really, like, what within what I was saying, and have I ever expressed that? Like, why did you feel like, where did you get that from? And I felt like it was more so her projecting that onto me, like, because that's how she felt. And that wasn't the case. And it kind of hurt me because that specific aunt, she's also my godmother, and I was very close to her. And I to this day have not told her about it. She watches my videos, so she's gonna see this. Hi, auntie. Maybe we can have a conversation about this. I would like to have one, so I'm definitely gonna have one with her after this. But it's like, that really hurt me. And there were other things that she had said to me after that kind of like really like kind of like made me like take a step back from, like, because I like from hanging out with her and stuff. Like, that was my auntie. Like, I loved her. Like, she was like my second mom, like, legitimately, like, for real. Like, because she doesn't have children, so I'm like her son almost, pretty much. I'm her godson, so I'm her son. And it's just, you know, there was one time, like, I had a hickey on my neck, and she saw it, and she said something that was just very, it hurt me. It was just very nasty. It was nice nasty, but it was just basically condemning me. Once again, I just felt condemned. So my thing is, I didn't, you know, because of that, I personally, as an individual, should have shown my family. I'm like, no, that's not it. I should have corrected that and show them who I am. You know, that was my fault for not expressing myself to them, because my thing is, you know, I was an adult. Like, I was over the age, I was of age, I can talk to them. They may not have liked it. She didn't, you know, evidently like the fact of who I was when it came to my sexuality. So my thing is, you know, I still have to be who I am and stick up for myself. And she may not like what I have to say about it, but still I should have. And that's what I'm saying to you as a viewer or as an individual, continue to show your family who you are. Let them understand what you're going through, because you're going through it as well. Because just not they're experiencing it too, but they have to understand too, your experience as well. You have to now be comfortable with yourself amongst your family setting, but as who you are. You have to do that. And you have to live in your truth. That way you can show your family there are more than what you just see or what you just know. I'm still me. Hey, it's still me. I'm still little Malik. you know, that grew up and used to change his diapers, still me. I just happen to have a specific, you know, liking of who I like. That is not ideal. It may not be ideal to you, but that's who I am. And you have to continue to show that to your family. And you have to just show that to the world. Ultimately continue to be you. Because like I said, the media will, you know, make you feel like you have to be this specific cookie cutter type of queer person or who you are. And ultimately that's not the case. You can be who you are. Be who you want to be. Girl, what is that Barbie thing that you used to say? Barbie was like, be who you wanna be. Barbie. Barbie. Yeah, be who you wanna be. Be who you are. Because then we only get one life. And I know it sounds cliche, but we only get one life and we really have to live who we are. And I feel like you as an individual, especially for people that come from families that don't, you know, like, aren't familiar with that, or, you know, it's just harder for them. You have to still be that spokesperson for the community and show them there's more than just this, and just be you, and just in the world as well. Like for me growing up, I wish I had somebody, you know, to look up to that's similar. You know, like I said, we had very little to go based off of. Now we have some more people that just, you know, there's so many more facets of people, so we are able, the youth is coming up, they're able to see that, and that's great. But my thing is, you know, I personally, like, for example, I want to be somebody that somebody can look up to. Maybe you may not achieve that level of, you know, stardom, or like you don't have a platform to, you know, be who you are, or, you know, you may not be a type of person that may necessarily like to broadcast, you know, yourself and post yourself on social media. That's fine. Back in the day, at the very minimal, you still need to be that person that your younger self will look up to. Because I can tell you, for me as an individual, I'm proud of myself, because knowing where I've come from and who I used to be as an individual and who I've grown into, the younger me that used to be that person would definitely look up to this person, and I'm going to continue to be that person as I continue to grow. And that's all I can say to you guys as individuals. You know, that's all I gotta say, because I think I can go all about repeating myself and going on in circles. But yeah, definitely be who you want to be. Be, you know, show your family there's more. As a matter of fact, I have a movie time with my family right now I'm actually going to run to, and I was going to wash my face off before I went down there, but I'm like, no, I'm going to do my makeup just like this and have a movie night with them. I wear makeup. They need to see that, right? So we're going to do that. But nevertheless, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my movie with my family, and you guys can go ahead and check out one of my other videos. Maybe check out this makeup look that I did. You know, check out something. Hey, you know, like I said, if you're new, you better get into it. But thank you guys for watching. Before I go, I'm giving you guys some homework. I want you to go out there and be who you are, and then comment down below. You know, come back to this video. Comment down below what you did as an individual to be who you are, and what the outcome was. I definitely want to know. So go ahead and comment down below. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.